We're beginning in our wide-legged child's pose today, bringing the big toes to touch, knees out wide. And just before you get started, grabbing a hold of your block and placing it to the front of your mat. No stress if you don't have a prop, but it will be more beneficial if you do. So coming to walk the hands forward, forehead down to the mat, reaching fingertips forward. And starting to allow the hips to become heavy, finding length through the whole spine here. Allowing that pressure of the forehead on the earth to start to center your mind, start to draw your awareness inwards. Becoming aware of your own breath. Allowing the inhale to draw you inwards also. Allowing the exhale to settle yourself here in this space. Just finding awareness over your shoulders here. Can you start to allow them to relax? Feeling the breath not only expanding through the front of the body, but really starting to open and expand through the upper back. Feel space being created by the breath around the shoulders. And as you exhale, the heart comes to melt a little closer to the mat. Expanding, creating space on the inhale breath. And drawing the heart down towards the earth as you exhale. One more awareness of this area, deep inhale. And melting the heart, exhale. And on your next breath in, starting to draw the body forward, rising to your tabletop. And placing the knees underneath the hips, starting to spread as wide as you can through the fingertips. Really starting to press into the tips of the fingers and finding a little cup within the palm of the hands. Starting to engage through the core, allow the shoulders to remain in their socket. Shoulder blades are resting behind the heart. Just coming to warm through the wrist here. As you inhale, drawing the shoulders and weight forward over the fingertips. And then just releasing off. So we're going to find 10 rocks forward and back. Moving with your breath. The inhale breath draws you forward. Exhale breath rocks you back. That's 5 from me. Wrists cracking away. And we've got 9. And 10. And tucking all 10 toes under, maybe guiding the pinky toe under and coming to sit the hips back onto the heels. And as we inhale, starting to reach the arms up high, and finding a nice big circle through the shoulders, you release the arms behind. We've got another 10 counts here. We inhale, reach the arms high, and then release the arms behind. Starting to draw the navel into the spine. Try not to puff out through the chest too much here. Keep active through the core, long through the spine. And we've got 5 more. And try not to scrunch the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Can you try and keep them relaxed? And see if you can keep both arms in time with one another. I think we've got 1 more here. Inhale, reach the arms high. And releasing the arms behind. Nice. From here, release back onto the hands. Find your tabletop, release the toes, maybe tap out through the fronts of the feet. And then coming to bring the fingertips to face the knees. Wrists come towards the front of the mat, thumbs to the outside edges of the mat. Here we can keep the toes tucked under for support, keep the core on, and just gently starting to draw the hips back towards the heels, stretching through the forearms. Maybe find a gentle rock from side to side, or we might just remain in stillness with the shoulders still remaining over the wrists. And then releasing, coming forward, gentle as you unwind the hands, coming onto the back of the hands this time. Maybe you do one at a time, or flipping both of the hands under, fingertips come back towards the knees, thumbs to the center of the mat. And seeing here if you can lengthen out through the arms. Again, maybe draw the hips back slightly. One more breath to hold. And again, slow release of the hands here. Nice, keeping the toes tucked under. We're walking our way back into Malasana, our squat, to the back of the mat. Taking the feet out nice and wide to begin, wider than the hips. Hands come into prayer, sink down, open and lift through the chest. And coming to hold the right wrist with the left hand for support, just finding some circles, creating a fist with the right hand, rolling out one way and coming back the opposite way. And switching to the other side, so right hand holds onto the left wrist for support, rolling out through the left wrist and coming back in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Releasing the right arm inside the right thigh, ground the palm as you inhale, reach and lift the left arm high. We're floating the arm here with our breath. Exhale, left fingertips come back to meet the right arm. Inhale, open, extend through the chest. Exhale, release. One more, inhale, open. And exhale, releasing the left hand inside the left thigh, ground the palm. Inhale, right fingertips open on that big diagonal. Exhale, floating the hand back to meet the left. Inhale, open and reach. Exhale, release. One more to stretch. Inhale, reaching high. And exhale, releasing both of the palms down to the mat. Come to lift the hips high. Finding your forward fold, heel toeing the feet underneath the hips. Lifting halfway as you inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Two more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Ground into the feet, circle the arms high to rise, bringing palms overhead to meet. Then exhale, swan dive, folding forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, walking the hands forward, finding your high plank. Aligning shoulders over the hands. See if you can align the heels over the feet, but press your energy out through the heels, crown presses forward. Tailbone draws down towards the heels. Shoulders are again in their sockets, shoulder blades behind the heart. Finding those 10 rocks forward and back. We can lower the knees if we need. So as we inhale, we draw the shoulders forward and press back through the heels. Finding 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a breath in and hold. Exhale, release the knees, hug the elbows in tight, lower all the way to belly. Rising to your cobra as you inhale, lift the chest, keep the shoulders back and down, and exhale, release the chest back to the mat. Passing through tabletop, inhale. Tucking all 10 toes, exhale, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Still pressing forward into the fingertips here, not locking out through the elbow joints. Lift high through the hips, tailbone draws down towards the heels. Maybe here you give the head a nice big shake, making sure You're not holding any tension through the neck. Full breath down to the tailbone. And then exhale, draw the heels a little closer down towards the mat. Holding for another cycle of breath, inhale. Full breath out. And taking the feet a little wider than the hips, walking the hands back towards the toes. And again, we're sinking down into Malasana, hands find prayer, bringing the elbows inside the thighs, pressing thumbs towards the heart, taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come to hover in a squat, lift the hips. Inhale, release the hips back down, open the chest. Exhale, releasing the hips, find your squat. Finding that swing forward and back here. We've got 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat, ground into the heels, outer edges of the feet. Inhale. Exhale, hips lift. Inhale, squat down. Last one, exhale, hips lift. Inhale. And this time as we exhale, hips lift all the way, find your forward fold, heel toeing feet underneath the hips. Lifting halfway, inhale again. We have 3, press out through sit bones, forward through crown of head. Exhale, folding. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold, drawing the nose towards the knees, weight forward into the tops of the feet. Rising to stand, inhale, palms meet overhead. Exhale, swan dive, folding forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, walking the hands forward to our high plank. Taking a breath in here. And as you exhale, we're piking to downward dog, finding a twist as you tap the right hand to left ankle. Inhale, find your high plank. Exhale, left hand to right ankle. Inhale, plank. Exhale, switch right hand, left ankle. Inhale. Left hand, right ankle. We've got 2 more each side. Strong through the core here. Find your plank. Right hand, left ankle. Drawing forward to plank. Left hand, right ankle. Good. Last round here. High plank. And we tap, pike the hips. High plank, draw forward. Pike the hips, left hand, right ankle. Inhale, high plank, draw the weight forward. Ground the knees, exhale, lower all the way to belly. Rising to your cobra, inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Pass through your tabletop, inhale. Hips to heels, lifting high, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath, finding some stillness here. Feeling a little warm through the core, through the shoulders. And lifting high to the toes, gazing forward to the top of the mat. We're tiptoeing to our fold. Finding a nice big dangle, binding hands to the elbows, rocking from side to side. Maybe finding a little bounce up and down, decompressing through the spine, keeping the head heavy, gazing behind. And releasing your bind, coming to grab a hold of your block, holding on to the shortest edges of the block. Taking a nice deep bend in the knees here. We're going to keep the upper body heavy as you ground into the feet. Allow the weight of the block to keep that heaviness in the upper body as you slowly come to roll and rise to stand. Head being the last thing to lift on top of the spine. Big roll of the shoulders back and down. And as you inhale, extension through the shoulders as you lift the block up and overhead. Exhale, releasing the block forward. 2 more. Inhale, try not to draw and scrunch the shoulders to ears. Exhale, release the block. 1 more. Inhale, lift overhead. Can you hollow out through the belly here? Try not to puff through the chest. Then exhale, release, swan dive, folding forward. I'm going to hit the wall. Releasing the block down. Find a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Stepping left foot back, lowering the left knee, untuck the toes. For low lunge, grab your block as you rise. Inhale, lifting up and overhead. As you exhale, relax the shoulders, sink a little deeper into the hips. But again, can you hollow out through the belly so we're not dumping all of our weight to lower back? Take a breath in. Then exhale, press the block forward. Maybe you start to squeeze the palms into the block, becoming more active through the arms. Inhale, lift overhead. Exhale, drawing forward. 1 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, releasing the block inside the right foot. Framing the foot, tucking the left toe, step back to your high plank. Inhale, draw the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower hover chaturanga, keeping the belly off of the block. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, lower hover chaturanga, find your upward dog. Inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Floating right leg high, inhale. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. 3-legged dog, inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Step the foot outside the pinky finger, lizard lunge. Ground the left palm. Inhale, reach the right fingertips high to twist. Releasing right hand back inside the right foot, stepping left foot outside, left pinky finger, sinking down back into Malasana. Hands find prayer, deep inhale. Then planting the left hand inside the left thigh, inhale, opening through the chest. Holding here or taking your bind, bringing the right hand to the lower back. We can hold in a half bind or wrapping the left arm around the front of the knee to grab a hold of the right. Keeping open through the chest, keep pressing into the outer edges of the feet. One more breath in. And gently releasing your bind, re-expand, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, lift the hips high, folding forward. Heel toeing feet back underneath the hips, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale to fold. Grabbing a hold of your block, hands to the short edges. Inhale, lifting the block up and overhead. Exhale, pressing the block forward. Good, inhale, we float. Again, hollow out through the belly. Exhale, pressing the block forward. Maybe you find greater extension through the shoulders as you inhale, lift high. Then exhale, diving forward, nice long spine, releasing the block to the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, stepping the right foot back, ground the knee, untuck the toes. We're rising to low lunge with our block, reaching arms high. Settling in on the exhale breath. Press the block to the ceiling as you inhale. Maybe again, firming the palms as you exhale, drawing the block forward in line with the chest. Then inhale, lift the block high. Exhale, release, draw the block forward. Inhale, float high overhead. And exhale, release the block all the way to the inside of the left foot. We frame the foot, plant the palms, tuck the right toes, step back to your high plank. Inhale, weight draws forward. Exhale, lower, hover chaturanga. Keep shoulders in line with elbows or above. Press the plank, inhale. Exhale, lower, hover chaturanga. Rise to your upward dog, inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. 3-legged dog, left leg, inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. three-legged dog. Left knee, right elbow. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, stepping the foot outside the pinky finger, ground the right palm, left fingertips reach to twist. Releasing left hand inside the foot, stepping the right foot outside pinky finger, lowering the hips down to squat. Full breath in, open through the chest. And grounding the right hand inside the thigh, inhale, left fingertips reach high to open. Taking your bind, left hand to lower back, right hand finds the left to open through the chest. And gently releasing, re-expand through the arms, inhale. Exhale, release, finding your forward fold. Heel toeing, feet back underneath the hips. Placing the block off to the side as you inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Circling arms, inhale, palms meet overhead. Exhale, thumbs draw down to heart center. Inhale fully down to the belly. And exhaling completely from the belly. Circling arms, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, folding forward. Lifting halfway, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold, walking feet wider than the hips. Again, we're sinking down into our Malasana Squat, bringing palms to touch, thumbs to the heart. Wrapping the shoulder blades around the spine. Can you start to separate through the collarbones? Inhale, lift to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, start to bring the fingertips forward, using the strength of the glutes, the hip flexors to hold you here. Press into the outer edges of the feet. One more inhale. And exhale, release, grounding the hips all the way down to the mat, finding Savasana, our boat pose. Starting to hover the calves off of the mat. Reaching fingertips forward towards the toes. Keep it open through the chest, lifting up through the heart. Thighs are together, ankles are together. Calves parallel to the mat. Good, draw the navel in, lift up through the chest a little more. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, coming to lower and hover into our dish pose. Keeping shoulders lifted from the mat, keeping the legs lifted. Maybe here you find your full dish, reaching fingertips up and overhead. Good, keeping the shoulders lifted. Still we hold, draw the belly in. Notice how it feels to gaze to the toes or up towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can you lift back into Navasana? Good, holding here, open through the chest. One more inhale. And as you exhale, find a few rocks forward and back along the spine. We're gaining enough momentum here to come to roll and rise into our chair pose. We can use the hands if we need to guide ourselves to our feet. Keeping feet underneath the hips. Weight comes back into the heels. As though you have that block again extended overhead. Can you keep the shoulders soft? Find extension through the shoulders. Navel draws in, lower rib cage hugs in, open through the chest, inhale. Then exhale, release, folding forward. Ground the palms for your crow pose. Option to just step back to your plank and take your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Otherwise, knees to the back of the triceps. Come to float and hover the toes from the mat. And jumping back to your chaturanga, or we can step. Moving through your vinyasa. And from your downward facing dog, take an inhale, float the right leg high. Exhale, drawing the right knee to nose. Inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, knee to nose. Three-legged dog, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, curl through the spine, step the foot between the hands, ground the left hand, inhale, right fingertips reach to twist. And stable through the core. As you exhale, start to release the right hand to the left thigh, revolving our crescent lunge, inhale, left fingertips reach high. Full breath in. Then exhale, continue to cartwheel the hands into your warrior two. Outer edge of the back foot aligns with the back edge of the mat. Right fingertips reach forward. Starting to lengthen long through the right leg, preparing for Trikonasana. Start to press out through the left hip. Reach forward with the right fingertips, releasing the back of the hand to the inside of the calf. Maybe grounding the fingertips to the mat or to your block. And trying not to lock out through that front knee. Option to reach the left arm up and overhead here. Still space between shoulder and ear. Keep drawing the chest up towards the ceiling. Stacking left shoulder on top of right. We're coming to revolve our Trikonasana as you inhale. Release the left arm to the thigh. Reach the right fingertips overhead. And exhale, releasing wide, starting to turn the left toes out slightly, sinking down into our surfer's lunge, back of the mat, ground the right heel, lift the right toes. Plant the left arm inside the left thigh, inhale, reach the right fingertips, open through the chest. Holding here, maybe take your half bind, hand to the lower back, or again, full bind, wrapping the left arm around the front of the knee, grab a hold of the hand. Remain open through the chest. And re-extending the arms wide, ground the left palm, inhale, right fingertips reach. Exhale, ground the right hand, coming to pivot to the back of the mat. Find your lizard lunge, hands come inside the left foot. Full breath in. Then exhale, ground the right knee, untuck the toes, plant the right palm, inhale, left fingertips reach high to twist. And reaching the left hand to the back foot, grabbing the blade edge of the foot, hugging the heel in towards the glute. Maybe dropping to the blade edge of the right foot. Nice opening through the hips, heel drawing towards the glute a little more. Keep open through the chest. And gently releasing through the back foot. Left hand comes back inside the left foot. Tucking the right toes, lift the knee, step forward to Malasana. Right foot outside the pinky finger, hands come into prayer, open through the chest. And we start to lengthen the arms long here, so coming to hover in your squat. Keep opens, keep soft through the shoulders, still pressing through crown of head. Pressing outer edges of feet. One more inhale, hold. Then exhale, release the hips to the mat. We find our boat pose. Nice, open through the chest, extend through the fingertips. Drawing navel in and lifting the belly button to the crown of the head. One more inhale. And exhale, come to hover, low dish. Keeping shoulders off of the mat, squeezing inner thighs together. Again, option for arms up and overhead, maybe gazing up and overhead, feeling it come into the upper abdomen. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise and lift to your boat. Holding here with knees bent, or maybe you extend legs long, finding a V-sit, arms come up and overhead. Holding again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet, release the legs long to the mat. Take a breath in, lift whole. Then exhale, folding forward over the legs. Lifting halfway, maintain your bind with feet. Inhale. Exhale, fold. One more inhale, lengthen. Maintain that length as you exhale, folding forward. Full breath in at the bottom to hold. And exhale to release, slowly coming to rise back to your seat. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, ground the sit bones. And exhale, coming to rock forward and back, once again along the spine. Preparing to land in your chair pose, back of the mat. Nice, always very smooth, that transition. Weight comes back into the heels. Again, extension through the shoulders, draw the navel in and up. Full breath in. Exhale, release, folding forward. Lifting halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Again, option for your crow pose here. Otherwise, we start to take our vinyasa and meet in our downward facing dog. Holding through your crow, find your hasta bandha, that hand bind. Lift high through the hips, we step or jump to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Floating the left leg high this time, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, round the spine. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, exhale, step the foot through between the hands, ground the right palm. Inhale, left fingertips, reach to twist. And we stabilize through the core, really grounding into left foot, press out through the right heel. Revolving our crescent lunge, left hand to the thigh, right fingertips reach high. Nice deep breath into chest. And continue to cartwheel open to your warrior two. Blade edge of the foot grounds, arms come long. Gazing over the pinky finger. Start to extend the left leg long for triangle pose. Deepening the left hip crease as you come to reach forward. Releasing hand to the earth or a block. Stacking right fingertips over left. Holding here or taking again that option to reach the right arm up and overhead. Drawing the shin forward, not locking through the knee. Navel draws in, shoulders stack one on top of the other, keeping open through the chest. Then we come to reverse, ground into that left foot as you inhale, left leg stays long, reach the left fingertips. And opening wide as you exhale, turn the right toes out, lunge into the right knee, surface lunge. And grounding the right hand inside the right thigh. As you inhale, reach the left fingertips high. Option for your half bind or full bind. Wrapping around the front of the right knee. Flexing left toes to the ceiling. We're still opening through the chest. Releasing your bind as you inhale, open the chest. Exhale, left hand comes down, come to walk to lizard lunge, front of the mat, hands on inside of the right foot. Lower the left knee, untuck the toes, reach the right fingertips high, inhale, twist. Taking your bind, bend into the left knee, grab the blade edge of the foot, hugging heel to glute. Open through the chest. Maybe we find blade edge of right foot if we did on the other side. And gently releasing the left toes. Right hand comes back inside the right foot. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee, step forward to Malasana, hands come to find prayer. Lifting tall through the chest. And then bringing the right palm inside of the right thigh, ground the hand, inhale, left fingertips reach. We take our bind, left hand to the lower back, right hand comes to meet the left. Opening the chest, option to find a standing balance from here. Maybe we just hug the knee into the chest, come to ground onto the left foot, really drawing the right knee into the armpit as you come to rise to stand with your bind. Still strong through the core here. And flexing through the right ankle, come to place the ankle on top of the left thigh. Finding Ekapada Utkatasana here, our standing pigeon balance. Hands come to find prayer, lunging into the left foot. And starting to move to hand to big toe balance, bringing peace fingers around the right big toe. Left hand can find the hip, or as you extend the left leg, extend the right leg forward, left fingertips come to reach the sky. Drawing the right shoulder back into its socket. Press out through the ball of the right foot, strong through the core, inhale. As you exhale, we're sweeping to warrior three. Right fingertips reach forward. Come to hover the right leg parallel to the mat. Keeping hips square. Inhale. Hold for the exhale. One more breath in. Then soften into the left knee. Tap the right toes behind. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, release, frame the front foot. Ground the right palm, inhale, left fingertips reach high to twist. Exhale, release, frame the foot, stepping back to your plank, Vinyasa. Downward dog, inhale. Releasing through the mouth, exhale. One more breath, just like this, inhale. Cleansing, clearing as you exhale. Lifting high on the toes, gaze forward. Stepping or jumping to Malasana. Bringing palms to touch, lift up high through the chest. Repeating that balance sequence on the other side. Left hand comes inside the thigh. Inhale, right fingertips reach. Taking your bind around the left knee, grab a hold of the left hand. Now we come to stand. You might notice one side's a lot trickier than the other. This is my tricky side. Ground into the right foot, really using the strength of the side core to hug the left knee in towards the armpit. Not so much using the bind of the arms to carry the leg. It'll be much harder for you to rise. Opening through the chest here. And flexing through the left ankle, we come to place the ankle on top of the right thigh for our standing pigeon balance. Release the bind. Hands come to prayer. Core is active this whole time to maintain your balance, supporting the rest of the body, keeping open through the chest. Again, right hand to the hip, bind the left big toe with left hand. Then we inhale, extend all of the limbs, left fingertips reach forward, leg reaches forward, right fingertips reach high. Again, contain through the tummy, drawing that left shoulder back, press out through the ball of the left foot, soften right shoulder but reach through fingertips, one more inhale. And we hover to warrior three, float the left leg behind, arms reach forward. I'm going to find hands in prayer because I'm going to hit the wall. Sending the left hip down towards the mat, left toes draw down. Press the crown forward, press out through the left heel, one more inhale. Then soften into the right knee as you exhale, tap the left toes behind, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, release, frame the front foot, ground the left palm, right fingertips reach to twist. And exhale to release, frame the foot, step back to your plank. Vinyasa to downward dog. Inhaling and long exhales here, starting to slow the pace of the breath. And rising high on the toes, inhale, stepping or hopping forward into a seat. Releasing the glutes down to the earth, bringing the soles of the feet together, finding Baddha Konasana, our butterfly pose. Interlace the fingers around the blade edge of the feet, ground the sit bones, knees drop out to the side. Lifting through the chest, press through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, come to fold forward, drawing the nose down towards the toes, maybe elbows guide the knees, pressing into the inner calves, drawing the knees closer to the mat. And releasing back up into your seat. Grabbing a hold of your block if you have one, placing it behind, reclining our butterfly here, either using the longest edge or the flattest face, and we align the bottom of the block to the base of the shoulder blades, but we're connecting the block to the spine. So if you're on the longer edge, it's going to be a deeper back bend for you. Listen to your spine. If that's too much, we drop it to the flat face. And taking the arms out nice and wide, relaxing the head down to the mat. Allowing the knees to drop out to the side. Allowing the upper back to melt around your block. You can also recline this without your block as well if that feels better for your shoulders. You're more than welcome to stay in your Supta Baddha Konasana for longer. Otherwise, we're starting to exit, grounding into the elbows, strong through the belly to rise and lift the torso. Just releasing the block off to the side, coming to rest back down onto your spine. And guiding the knees back in towards one another. Maybe just allowing them to knock in together for a few moments here, bringing the hand to the belly. And finding some free movement here. If your body is asking for a twist, allow it to twist. If it's asking for a plow, allow it to plow. Maybe an inversion of your choice. And we're going to come and meet into Savasana when you're ready. You can choose to keep a bend in the knees or lengthen the legs long. Releasing the arms down by your side, palms facing up. Be finding a little more space one last time through the shoulders, shoulder blades walking together. Shoulders drop away from the ears, long through the back of the neck. And sending your breath all the way down to your toes. Releasing through your mouth, exhale into your rest. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Drawing your awareness to the space between your brows, just allowing that area to soften if it isn't already. Following the breath into your body. Landing completely on your exhale. Maybe deepen the breath a little to help start to wake yourself back up. Tapping thumbs to each fingertip, wiggling through the toes, starting to find some stretches here. Maybe reach arms overhead, point out through the toes, arching through the back. And coming to roll onto one side first. You might remain on your back for longer, that's totally okay. Otherwise, from your side, rising up into your seat to close our practice, coming to cross or kneel. And then finding a big breath in as we circle arms overhead, joining hands. Bringing thumbs to your third eye center, repeating in your own mind, I create my own reality. Bringing your thumbs to your lips, I speak my truth. And bringing thumbs to your heart, I follow my heart. Beautiful cycle of breath to finish together. Deep inhale. Full exhale, relax the shoulders. Feel that nice open space you have now through the chest, the upper back, and the whole body. Thank you for joining me. My name is Bridie. Welcome to my Yoga Coach channel. If you're new here, if you enjoyed the class, please like, subscribe, and let me know how you enjoyed your class. Namaste.